Yo, I'm Sergi and this is Yamaha DTX 530K. Welcome to Drum Fans channel, y'all. This is my first video since 3 years break. Back in the days my son was born. Yeah, you heard me right, I have twins now. And back then I decided that I will not have enough time for my drumming. And well, I was right, because having two small babies requires all of your time and resources. But this year it became a little bit easier. So I'm back, baby, let's go! Right next to me you see Yamaha DTX 530. Back in the days I had Yamaha DTX 452K, so now I can compare those two models. I'm still a beginner drummer and I can give you my opinion based on a beginner level. So it's like this: if you want to try yourself as a drummer, if you are interested in the instrument and you are ready to start, get Yamaha DTX 452K. Not DTX 402 or DTX 432, no, exactly 452K. This is the best drum set for zero-level beginners, but at the same time it can offer all you will need, and it has like a great, good level gear, like for example bass drum kick. If you want to check this model, you can check my older video about it, I will leave them in the comments. But if you already play for some time like me, and deeply fell in love with the instrument and you were 100% certain that you will drum, then all DTX models starting with number 5 is the one you need, since they are not so complex and expensive as DTX Pro, but at the same time they can offer you much more than an entry model's DTX number 4. Whoa! Not so complex as DTX Pro, but at the same time can offer you so much more than Yamaha entry level starting with number 4. And the general differences between those two models are: first, huge step up in the cymbal area. Now in this model we have 3 zone cymbals, but back in the day in 452 models, crash was just a crash and ride, well, it was just a ride. It was only one zone. That means when you hit it, you can hear only one type of sound. But here we can hit it on the edge, we can hit it in the middle, and we can hit it in the bell zone on both ride and crash cymbal and get like a different sound. Also, while you open your hi-hat, you can open it with a different level and also hear like a different sound. Same it goes when you hit on the edge of a hi-hat. So I guess this is like a very close, well, closer to the acoustic drum set where you can see like a different variety of sound. Now you can have a different variety of sound in your electronic drum set. Toms here are the same as it was with the snare in 452 model. They have like a good rebound, but in my opinion I guess they're a little bit too noisy, especially if you compare it to this wide snare, which has like a spongy material on it, and it's actually like absorbing much of the noise. Also, I can say that back in 452 model the toms were a little bit stiffed. Also on the snare you can see this nice rim over here, and I could say that it's much more convenient to hit on it than it was in 452K. And of course the drum module, which is like the most expensive part of this drum set. Also, like a quick important tip, the difference in modules between 452 and all models starting with number 5 is that with this new module you can upgrade the whole drum set with, like, you know, many levels. You can buy a different hi-hat, you can buy a different crash and ride, you can change the toms to this wide snare, you can change the snare to like bigger and more professional snare. In 452 model, the gear you had was like, you know, the limit you can have it. Is this we can change like everything. And of course the sounds of the drums are way better than 452. With this drum module right from the box, you can have 50 presets of the sound, and you can customize them and save them as new drum set and like control it with a very easy knob, and you can see here like a small display. That is if we talk generally. Unfortunately, Yamaha does not sell models number 5 anymore, but I still can see some good decent drums on a used market, for example in eBay in Germany, since it is where I am right now. And next, please listen very closely, because you do not want to make the same mistake as I did. The series Yamaha 5 have actually two drums modules. This one is DTX 500 and this one is DTX 502. Yes, visually they look very similar, but this one is 12 years old and this is only 6. So I guess you can imagine that quality and the quantity is way better in this one. So while I was digging through the list of eBay offers, I didn't actually pay attention exactly which drum module there was. Mainly my concern was to get the best quality of pads. So I did my readings and I watched like tons of reviews, how you can properly check crash, ride, snare and hi-hat, and I actually thought I was prepared.
You are not prepared!
Yeah, Illy is right on that. I got to the guy, I test the set, I bought it, I brought it home, I make all the installation just to find myself idiotically standing with a USB cable that connects drum module to a PC. Yes guys, you heard right, Yamaha DTX 500 module doesn't have a USB port, meaning it cannot be connected easily to a personal computer. And you can see the original drum set which used this module, and you can see that it is just fucking prehistoric. Also, I think it's very silly to buy a decent electronic drum set and couldn't connect it to your personal computer. Well, yes, eventually I did find a way to connect this drum module to my PC, but it required some investment and I still cannot properly run the sound library as Addictive Drums and EaseDrummer. So yeah, definitely this module is way worse than the next one. So if you're gonna choose Yamaha DTX 5, make sure that you will have a module with this silver knob, meaning this is the latest 502 DTX module. I managed to find like a separate offer just for these drum modules, in the area of like $200. But the offers were very limited, and I think I was very lucky to find like a good decent module of 502. There are actually two ways to connect this module to your personal computer, but they are not easy. I will not gonna stop on this exclusively. If you fell in the same trap as I did and now you are interested in how to connect your 500 to your PC, let me know in the comments and I will make separate exclusive video just for that topic. Drum tower is actually the same drum tower as it was in 552K. Here we have like a way cooler pedal now, but yeah, this is like a basic drum tower and you still can connect here like a twin pedal. Next, let's go to our toms. As I was saying, in these 5 modules the toms are the same as was snare in 452 model. So these are the nice toms. They have like a good rebound, good feeling of your hit. Speaking of rebound, let's go to our snare. This is for sure like 3-zone snare. We have our rim click, we have our rim shot, and we have our snare hit. Like again, comparing to previous snare which was in 452, this one is much better. It feels like a pro snare. So I really like the edge, the rim here, because it has more accent and it's really more comfortable comparing to the snare which we have in our previous model. But I can say that the rebound was not a useful, not a simple stuff for me, because here the material is not the same as in toms. It's not rubber, it's like a sponge, and the rebound is weaker. And I guess at the beginning, after I had the snare like this tom with just a rubber, for me I think that I'm not hitting, that I'm not hitting properly, that I'm not hitting with the proper strength. So with this a little bit lesser rebound, I want to make my hits more powerful at the beginning, but I'm sure that this is a question of a habit, and I will use to this snare. For sure, everybody's saying that actually this material is much more closer to the acoustic drum set, so the rebound is also closer to the acoustic drum set. And of course the snare is bigger. So let's go to our cymbal. As I was also saying, we have 3-zone cymbal, 3-zone right and 3-zone crash. And this was also like a point where I should use to the new pads, because usually when I was playing, I can just like hit without looking on my crash and get my crash sound. But here I always hit the bell zone, and I didn't hit like a crash sound, I hear the bell zone. And same with the right cymbal, it's also like 3-zone, so you can also accidentally hit the bell zone here, and also you need to remember that the edge of the right cymbal can give you also the crash sound. So you need to use to hit the exact places to get the exact sound you need. And of course, last but not least, our hi-hat cymbal, which is actually, I can say, the biggest improvement in gear question comparing to the previous model, because this bad boy has its own rack. And I would say that this cymbal is completely different, and like it's played and felt completely different from previous model, where you just have the pedal without any stuff, just like a controller. Because here like the feel and the dynamic of the pedal, how you push it, how you let go, it's like it's completely different. And it's actually have the scene when you can get like slightly different sound according to how how much you will let go of the pedal, so how much the cymbal will go up. Also you can like adjust this step when it's going down. So now I just put it like that, but like in the future I will test it and see how the sounds will be different with different like hi-hat settings. And it also has like a 2-zone. You can hit directly on the edge, or you can hit on the top of the hi-hat and get different sound. And also when you let go of the pedal and when you play open hi-hat, it feels completely different from when you was hitting just stiff cymbal. Like for example, previous hi-hat was just, you know, like stiffly fixed, so it was like this. But when we have open hi-hat with a rack, we see it like this. So you see it's like rebound differently and it's behave completely differently, and you can, you know, open it not full and get a different sound and different dynamics. So what kind of conclusions can we make here, guys? I would say first will be that as a beginner drummer, you can always buy a used Yamaha set. I bought my previous DTX also used, and this one is actually like 7 years old, and I played it for like 4 months already and haven't found any flaws in it. So I can say that Yamaha has a great quality. So why am I saying this, guys? If you are a fresh beginner who are not 100% sure that you would like play for a long time on drums, that you will learn it, that you will like master it, then don't buy a new one. Get like a good used drum set from Yamaha, and you can, and for sure DTX 432K would be enough for you guys. But at the same time, if you already passed like some first step in your drumming and you already feel that this is your instrument and you will gonna play it for a long years, then yes, definitely you should look for Yamaha DTX 5 model, because like this gear can give you, well, so much more variability comparing to, you know, like entry 4 model. But at the same time, if you're a fresh beginner, buying DTX Pro or DTX 7 or DTX 6, it will cost like a lot of money, and you will not, I think you will not gonna use its full potential. So if we're gonna talk precisely about the used set, definitely if you are like a strong beginner who is almost like intermediate or like medium stage, you can buy this 500. Just get, for sure, get the 502 DTX drum module. And yes, like it was with the previous model where I said that the drum bass tower is like must-have, here I can say that it's better to get a model with a hi-hat on a rack, because yeah, it's completely different feel and you are close, you know, to a real professional drummers with it. So that is basically it, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. In upcoming videos I will gonna check some like simple beginner songs which can be your very first drum covers. So there gonna be lots of interesting and fun stuff. I will gonna plug my new model here and gonna check and tell you the differences, and we're gonna check the updated melodics and some other drum application. So like subscribe if you want to see that shit. Peace, I'm out.